Well, let's move on from the sidelines of the Motilal Oswal 20th Annual Global Investor Conference. Mr. Ravindra Kumar Kundu is joining in. Has the rural market seen pressure due to elevated inflation? What about NPAs? Are they rising in the unsecured and the retail loan portfolios? And what about MFI? If you could just start by giving us an overview of the various segments, sir.
So in our vehicle finance, we have seen that it has gone up from 1.4 to 1.5, but this is cyclical. In quarter one, it actually moves up, and from quarter one to quarter two, it goes down, and that's how it actually moves throughout the year. So we are hoping that the NCL level going to be remain as similar to last year, and for the organization also, for entire Chola, our portfolio is going to be similar level. So there is no problem as far as vehicle and other businesses are concerned in Chola.
All right, so underlying volume sales are declining. Growth has slowed down as well. How do you see vehicle financing loan growth going ahead? There has been a price decline in some categories of vehicles, so I ask.
See, the manufacturer are talking about the wholesale number, which is actually going to be remain in the single digit in this financial year maybe. But we need to see our retail sales of the dealership, wherein the dealerships are having the inventory piled up to 60 days to 75 days. So the dealer sales are actually closer to 10 to 12%. And if you add the used vehicle financing, it automatically takes our disbursement level to 15%. We have delivered 13% last quarter, and hoping that this year we will be between 15 to 18%. And the monsoon has been so good that, in the festival season, we are expecting that the dealer sales as well as the wholesale number to go up. If that happens, we can even reach beyond 18% disbursement.
Well, we also have D. Arul Selvan, President and CFO of the company with us here. Mr. Selvan, always great to speak with you, sir. Could you provide us with a net interest margin outlook? Cost of funds have gone up for you. What's going to be the trend over here in NIMS?
Confident that we can hold the cost of funds levels at the Q1 level because of 2-3 reasons. One, large part of our borrowings are treasury bill linked, and we are seeing the reduction in treasury bills happening, and that is getting favorably impacting us on the cost of funds side. Also, large part of our bank borrowings are priority sector linked, and where we are still able to negotiate with banks on the priority sector, so thereby holding the cost of funds. We don't see much increase happening, while we don't see reduction also happening in the repo rate. That would not impact us much because our pricing is mostly on the treasury bill linked.
Okay. Mr. Selvan, sir, your credit cost had increased quite a bit quarter on quarter in Q1. What is the trend now, and what are you seeing on the unsecured side of the business? Overall asset quality, what are the expectations? And also, if you could give us some ballpark idea of credit cost for the current year.
FY25, we expect to hold the credit cost at similar levels on an annual basis as compared to FY24. So we are expecting it to be in the range of around 1.2 to 1.3% on our average assets. The unsecured part actually is improving. If you look at it, we have shared the numbers in our presentation. So here you will see that we are still getting FLDG cover from the partnership businesses. So there we are getting the FLDG cover to the extent of 5%. So that's protected, and it is in line with industry levels. The other businesses are performing in line with what they have been performing in the previous year. So we pretty much expect to hold it at same levels as last year.
Got that. Let me come back to you, Mr. Kundu. The RBI has been cautioning NBFCs on home loan top-ups and has been asking a few lenders to slow down on the growth front. Your overall growth is high. So do you intend to curtail loan growth?
See, in the case of mortgage, we have two products, one loan against property and home loan. Loan against property, the end use is to finance the working capital of the SME. So as such, their RBI doesn't have any problem. Now, affordable housing is mainly we are giving loan for either construction of house or buying the new property. So both are actually for the use of the customer. So there is no misuse of the end use what we are basically intending for. So therefore, both HL and LAP, which is expanding into new geography, is actually doing more businesses than the entire other businesses put together. And this has been discussed with the RBI, and RBI is quite comfortable. They were not comfortable growing the unsecured lending book, and which we are containing that. We said that our unsecured book and new book businesses all put together will be within 15% of the overall portfolio.
Mr. Kundu, how do you see your AUM growth going forward? I mean, this is around 35 to 38%, what we saw in the first quarter. What should we expect going forward?
See, in long-term basis, we are, saying that we will do 25% of the growth, and we are comfortable for that. As of now, since both affordable housing and loan against property have expanded into new geography, the growth levels are looking high. And as we move to the next year, then it will stable, because then we will have a higher base as well. So this year it might be in a higher side. But for a longer horizon, we will be doing the growth of AUM at the rate of 25%, which we are comfortable.
Got that, Mr. Kundu. Final question before we let you all gentlemen go. Mr. Selvan, coming across to you. Well, rain has been heavy in various parts of the country. Do you see things improving going ahead? And what's the impact of monsoon on your targeted geographies?
Monsoon had been fairly, widespread, and it has there is a positive news on that front, and so we expect that would have a positive impact on the rural economy. The other point to also note is the storage levels in the dams is also quite robust, which also gives the confidence that the subsequent crop will also be good. So thereby we expect 2 seasons of good harvesting that will come up. So this is a positive news, and we expect rural growth to be quite robust. And since a large part of our business is rural focused, we expect that to be positive to Chola.
What we'll do is we will take a quick commercial break here. Both of you, thank you very much for joining us. Great speaking with you guys here. We're going to take that break. Up next, we're going to be talking about more companies. REC management will join in to talk about their business outlook going forward. We'll also have a conversation a little later after that with Vikash Kumar Jain. We'll zoom back on markets. Stay tuned.